Welcome to the Rusted Garden Homestead. We're going into the second week of May. We had frost last night. The night before, looks like, today is Sunday, looks like Monday and Tuesday it's going to get down to 38 degrees. I just learned something too, that when temperatures are projected for areas, it's usually X amount of feet off the ground. So the cold air can settle on the ground where our plants are below what the temperatures are that are predicted. We'll get to those plants. Those are my transplants at the end. We'll take the tarps off. We'll start the tour over here, and on my other page, or my other YouTube channel, My First Vegetable Garden, I talked about different plants that can take a frost. I'm going to go over it here just in case you're not subscribed, but radishes can take a frost. This is frozen solid. Spinach, kales, arugula, they can all take a frost. You don't have to cover those. That will all defrost, they'll be fine. Coming into the main garden, about a week ago, we had 70-degree weekends, so I put out a lot of tomatoes and peppers, some squash, so I have to cover all that. We're going to uncover them, see how they did. Blueberries typically do fine. Your hops plants, blackberries, you don't have to worry about the frost with those. In here is one of my pepper gardens, and as we go through, I'll talk to you about the different peppers I've planted. The tomatoes I planted in my strategies. Well, this is all warm weather crops. This is all, well, it is warm weather crops, but they're all peppers. And this one is damaged from the frost. It looks like it got pretty bad. So is that one. Great. So is that one. So the temperatures got down well below 32, and it looks like this group, yeah, that one looks frozen too. That's just one tomato plant in there. Anyway, these were my hot peppers. I'll take these all off. And at the end of the video, when it's later in the afternoon, we'll walk back and see if any of these made it. So the plastic containers, looks like the frost got well below 32 degrees, and maybe they didn't do as well as I thought they would. Under here are more of the hot peppers. You can see ice, so that's a bad sign. Alright, these look better. So actually these are sweet peppers. I got a little distracted with the loss. So hot peppers over there, transition over to sweet peppers here in the ground. The ground is not frozen. These leaves look okay. We'll take all this off. So peppers can't take a frost. I have eggplant in there. This is one area where I am growing 9 different cherry tomatoes up the arched trellis, and you'll be able to walk through there and just pick a mixed bowl of different cherry tomatoes. I think that'll be kind of cool. These are pepper plants that look like they survived. I have some sweet peppers along here, tomatoes back here, and even in the cloche, they don't look so good. But the leaves look similar to the container ones I just took off, so maybe things will be okay. We'll see. If your plant leaves are dead but your stem survived, these will all come back, but it's kind of disappointing. Yeah, that one looks beat up. I mean, all the lettuces, all your greens, they can take a frost. Here's a good example because they were just too big. Potato leaves cannot take a frost. They will regrow because I put these in really early, and these are all very soft. Looks like they froze too. Here's a healthy leaf, like right here. For whatever reason, that one didn't freeze, and you can see that it's pretty firm. You come to these and they're all floppy. More potatoes over here. Some of the leaves look okay. Top ones are frozen. The potatoes will take care of themselves, but potato leaves cannot take a frost. More tomatoes in here. Looks okay. Looks not so great. Looks not so great. And there's not much you can do. I mean, these got covered. Those tomatoes look alright. They got covered, but the cold still got them. That's all kale right in there. That kale looks a little bit frozen, actually. If we come right here, you can it is frozen, and you can see the frost on it. Right along there, those are all frost crystals. This plant will be perfectly fine. Now the peppers next to it, yeah, that's terrible. I might have lost most of my crops of the warm weather plants. This was done with a towel. And that was flattered to the ground, so the towel seemed to work. That's a yellow crookneck, green zucchini over there, and it looks like they made it, so they will be okay. Your squash, zucchini, cucumbers cannot take a frost. All the cool weather crops, that's mustard greens, Chinese heading cabbage, all perfectly fine. That's broccoli, cabbages, kales, radishes, all doing pretty good. Swiss chard, right in there, that can take a frost. Spin around this way. I had more. Yeah, that's all frost right on top of there. More potatoes in there. They look a little beat up. So it looks like the frost beat me. So we will wait a couple hours. I'll take off the blue tarp, the other tarps, take a look at everything, and see how stuff survived. Sadly, I'm going to have to cover everything again Monday and Tuesday because it's going to get down to 38 degrees. Just because freezing temperatures, frost is at 32 degrees. Don't look at the weather map and it says 34 degrees, they'll be fine. You really have to deduct at least 5 degrees, assuming that it can get to frost if it just breaks into 38, 39 degrees. And that's what happened last night. Last night was actually supposed to be warmer than the night before. The night before they all did fine. But I think what happened was we had the frost the night before, but the ground was really warm from weeks of better temperatures. And at night, the warmth from the ground came up, filled the containers, protected the plants. But then all day yesterday it was super windy, wind chill factor into the 20s. The plants stayed protected, stayed covered, but I think it cooled off the ground. So this next round of frost last night, there wasn't as much warmth stored up in the ground for the plants. All right, part 2 of the video will be up soon. So this plant looks better, and it was covered by this, and you can see nothing but ice. And what I'm finding is the plants that were pressed closer to the ground, either with the towel or these contain a container like this, seem to do better. And I think what happened, aside from the frost coming 2 days in a row, this was just a prolonged period of hours of 32 degrees or less. Sometimes the frost comes in and goes real quick, like within an hour. It seems like this just sat through the night and it was too much. Here's an example. These containers don't have any holes in them, so it didn't seem to matter if the containers that were taller had holes in them, like nursery pots, or were solid like this, because the tomatoes still look beat, flaccid, dark green. That's usually a sign that frost came through, damaged the leaves. So what I'm waiting for now is to really see how quickly the leaves brown out and if the stems survived. But going across the way, the peppers didn't do any better. They look like the plants from the beginning. So now I'm going to wait to see if the stems survive, but most likely, these will all have to be replanted. So I will get to the covered transplants shortly. So this is my row of sunken containers where I grew hot peppers last year. Doing the same thing here. Every other plant is a hot pepper In between is Keller collards because it was too many peppers before. So the two plants here were covered in the nursery pots, hole in the middle, but there's two pots here, so that I covered by twisting the pots most of the holes, and you can see that they just don't look good. These were covered with the blue tarp, and you can see the tip is destroyed. Now this is not a tragedy. It's sad, disappointing, but as we know with what's going on in the world, you know, losing some garden plants just doesn't rank up there with life tragedies. And you can see they're dead. Now with peppers, if they survive, the dead tops will cause them to bush out more, but I think I'm going to have to replant a lot of these. I can see too that the tips are all dead, so it looks like we just had the prolonged cold, back-to-back frost days just didn't help. You know, so while I'm looking for damage on the tomatoes and peppers, you got to take time and just appreciate everything else you've accomplished. I added this garden, showed you how to dig it, you know, one dig, and then this is going to be a no-dig garden. Haven't gotten to the second video yet because of rain and then frost, but we're going to be using these materials over here to set up a rabbit barrier and a deer barrier. Got a lot of my fabric pots filled up, going to be growing in there. Peppers will go into there, tomatoes will go into there. If you haven't seen the video, I did a complete no-dig garden here, and I heavily planted it because I want to see how well it does. This was just cardboard put down, overgrass, compost down, heavily planted. We'll see how it does. I'm going to have to replace the peppers and tomatoes in there. Oh, here's another group that I actually planted in my cold frame. Let me drop that. And, well, I expected it, but they did great. So I actually will get some green zebras out of there. That's a red beefsteak, and that's an orange cayenne. So I am going to get peppers and tomatoes a little bit more quickly because I started some early, but I did lose a lot. Now, I really like this area. Just put in some roses here, yellow and red, to climb up this. I think that will look cool. May paint that white, I'm not sure. But I wanted to show you, I got all my compost set up. I'm doing a video series on this. That's just cold composting. I have hot composting going on in here. Well, warm composting. I'm not striving for 130, 160 degrees. This was up here, it was at 120. With the frost, it's come way down. So this might get turned again. But for compost, the whole idea is just get started. We worry too much about how to do it, how hot it has to be, perfect layers and all that. Just get your material started because you'll thank yourself for it come next year. Even if you go slow, year later you're going to have compost, and you keep doing that, and then year after year you're going to have cold compost ready. So you don't have to worry about all the hot composting and doing it perfectly and getting it in 30 or 60 days. This is my other garden. I got to build this year from the repurposed fence that I found in my wooded area. Lots of pots going. All the greens are up. I mean, this is a great area, and this is one of my teaching gardens. I have strawberries back there in that tier tower, the terracotta color. So lots of positives going on. I think the garden in general looks really good. Fruit trees survived. You know, so I'll have plenty to eat and plenty to do. It's just kind of sad losing so many tomatoes and peppers. Another group of tomatoes covered in a different way, and they're looking terrible too. The plant that is right there, the cover blew off overnight, so that plant is more beat up. But we'll take a look at these. This is a nice thick glass, you know, and if the plant in here, it's a dark purple because it's a dark purple tomato, but it's not looking good even with that thick glass. 5-gallon bucket, no holes. That's looking poorly too. So I know there wasn't much more I could have done. I mean, I did what I could do. This is the way it is, and I'm gonna have to replant a lot of these. So that's a tomato plant that looks like it froze through. Now I was gonna, as I said, show video later in the afternoon, but I mean, a lot of these are gone. I mean, I think I have 50% losses. So I will be replanting some seeds today. When you come over to here, you'll see a tomato plant. It just looks better. It's greener, nice rigid leaves. That one's gonna survive. Same with the peppers over here. Even though they're yellow, they're solid. They're not flaccid like that one. I mean, I don't really see that plant surviving. Now, if your plants are damaged a little bit, some leaf loss, that's fine. But if they've lost most of the leaves, the growing tip is gone, yeah, the stem survived, the leaf looks okay, it's really not worth trying to make it grow. You're better off starting over from seed, even if you're now 4 or 5 weeks behind. Those plants that we start now from seed will grow really quickly when the temperatures are right and really probably blow by these severely damaged plants. All right, let's spin over here. So this was covered with the blue tarp, and it looks like everything in there survived. So I will be getting, you know, sweet peppers for sure. A couple of these tomato plants made it over here. Sadly, that is an eggplant, and when I took the tarp off, one of the logs fell right on it, so hopefully I didn't destroy it. But it looks like my 2 eggplants, there's the second one, it looks like that one survived too. Alright, so these are all of my transplants, my backup plants, and this is a heavy cloth painter's tarp. And, well, it's a mixed bag. So some of my peppers got beat up and didn't make it, like that one's completely frozen. The ones in here are fine. Ones on the outer edge, dead. They all look pretty good. That's death right there. But most of these plants survived. That's nice. Looks like, again, a mixed bag. The tops died off, but I have some solid tomato plants in there. So, not too bad. Those are squash cukes that look pretty dark. Because this is the first leaves to break out, they may be damaged, but if the stems are okay, they're still going to grow. You can see, like, some plants are just dead. The ones towards the center are okay. That's thyme and oregano. Not worried about that. I think a lot of my squash and cucumbers will have made it. Outer edge plants, dead. That's a nice one. That is a mortgage lifter, so I'll be able to replace a lot of my plants. And I just looked again. It said the Monday and Tuesday night temperatures are now into the 40s. So that's good. Maybe frost is gone. These are plants I would have given away to people. Let's see how these look. Damaged. Good. So I may not have as many varieties of tomatoes and peppers as I wanted. Some of the peppers made it in there. So the backups look okay. Some more bigger tomatoes. And they're pretty beat up, but those are hot peppers in there. So overall, it's a sad day. Lots of losses, but that happens. I know that I did my best. Some things you can't control in life, so I'm going to listen to the birds, look at everything that's growing. I'll just change up how my garden's planted a little bit this year. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope the frost didn't wreck your garden, but if it did, just replant and we'll see how the season goes. Thanks so much for watching, and please check out my seed shop at therustedgarden.com.